says that she loves me. Isn't it lovely when the one who loves things is the one who loving?
Essentially, if done right, the X would serve people's financial needs to such a degree that over time it would become, I don't know, maybe half of the global financial system.
Wow.
Or some big number.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the number is, but pretty big. So it would be by far the biggest sort of financial institution. But like I said, not really in the way that people are used to thinking about banks. Mm-hmm. Just the most efficient database for the thing that is money. Like I said, like least amount of fraud. Everything's real time. And if it involves money in any way, it can be dealt with seamlessly on one.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Y'all trust Elon Musk with it? That's Smith. Dr. Carr was like, who said that?
Right. I'm like, wow, was that the interviewer?
No, that wasn't. No, that was him. That was Smith co-signing on the fact that is absolute crap. Welcome back to the hottest show in the galaxy. Today's show brought to you by an actual physical bank, One United. One United, the nation's largest Black-owned bank, committed and the right fit. Join the family at oneunited.com/Karen Hunter. That's oneunited.com, member FDIC. Yes, he wants to turn this into a bank like Cash App or like Zelle. He wants to, and I'm saying, first of all, we were talking off mic. Who gets to buy something? I'm putting up air quotes for $44 billion and don't have to put up nothing. He didn't have to cash in nothing. He didn't have to cash in. He didn't have to leverage too much anything. What he leveraged all his Tesla stock, and the banks just gave him the money. He didn't have any demonstration that he could run a platform like this. Hell, I apply for a mortgage. They want everything. For the last 2 years, I got to show and prove everything. And they just handed him. And now it's worth $15 billion. He doesn't care because he didn't have to give up anything. If you put your home up as collateral, you're going to act a little differently, right? If you put Tesla up and your stock up, you're going to act a little differently when you know you could lose everything if you don't run this properly. He came in from the door, and now I said, I'm side-eyeing everyone with a blue check right now because you given this man not just your money, but your information. Yes. And that's more valuable than anything, than that monthly thing. And I'm like, you gave him power too, because that now he could take your name and all of the bank accounts that he has and go leverage that for something else. I don't trust him with that.
That's right. I mean, it's all illusion, isn't it? I mean, when he was that clip, we know he has been gathering this X brand in his string, and you know more about it than I do. I'm just, vaguely aware of this broad constellation of things he's trying to bring up. And when he said in passing that this might be a communications platform or a platform to push things out there, pursuant to shoring up this thing that we might call money, which is really, a proxy for something else. I forget how he said it, but he made the point. Value is determined by us, how we curate it, how we think about it. In a movie like They Cloned Tyrone, one thing that's reiterated is that value, whether it be selling yourself as a sex worker, whether it be selling drugs as a commodity, these things are proxies for value. And what's the value in that? Cash. But ultimately, Tiana Paris says, if it was left to my own device, I would be a Karen Hunter, or I would be Jacques Cousteau or somebody. But I'm living within walking distance of where I was born, and I'm here, but I have to try. What Elon Musk is saying, this man who has been allowed in this system we're in to be human in the world, is I'm just going to try stuff, because the marker that you all value, that we all value, because I have been trained the same way y'all have, will enable me to just do what I want, to be idiosyncratic. In fact, there's a new book Adam Gopnik just wrote called The Real Work on the Mystery of Mastery. And he says, mastery is something that's acquired very incrementally. And what we call genius is probably people who just acquire some skills who are idiosyncratic. We all know how to do this, but then you hit the note here instead of here. He was like, you're a genius. No, you just is. Elon Musk is considered a genius because he gets to be weird. If we should all be able to be weird.
Yes.
So no, we don't trust him, but we trust the thing that enables him to do that, which is what? Money. If we said we ain't got no value for it, he'd collapse today. But the simple fact is they gave him that paper based on the illusion that has value. That's all. And we even people driving Teslas thinking Tesla is about the automobile and not the batteries. No,
Right.
It's the mineral. The value is the mineral. Lord have mercy.
It's not going to end well. 866-801-8255. So the X, X marks the spot, SpaceX and Malcolm X and, Mr. X and all the X's. And so just give us a little history lesson on the X as it relates to Black folk, Malcolm X and other X's and Christopher 2X and
Exactly. Well, I guess Karen would probably be multiple X's. Greg would be multiple X's too, depending on what temple we came in. But we just know that, like the algebraic equation, X means the unknown. We haven't solved for it. And some fact of the matter is, in the 30s, when Nation of Islam was started, and then Elijah Muhammad takes over after Mustafar disappears, or however they narrate that story, you give somebody an X, they acquire an X because you don't know what your name was when you were taken out of Africa. Lewis X, and then you have ultimately Farrakhan, Cassius X, and then Muhammad Ali. I mean, Malcolm X, and then El-Hajj Malik El-Shabazz. X is a way station until you get a name. So in some ways, I think, I don't know what's in Elon Musk's mind, but it's very interesting, isn't it? That you would use as your symbol something that's indeterminate, that you haven't solved for yet. He's out there just playing around with stuff, and we just following them around, playing.
Yeah. Ah, Jesus.
I run my fingers through her hair as she smiles and says that she loves me. Isn't it lovely when the one you love thinks is the one?